Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be locking myself in a car. A video on dogs and why it's not a good idea to leave them shut in a hot car. So it feels pretty self-explanatory, but the amount of dogs I've seen in cars at supermarkets and cafes and stuff, yes, just shut in cars. We have had some extreme weather here in the UK. Today is not one of those days. It's only about 23 degrees, so it's nothing like the weather we have been experiencing. It's an average sort of sunny day. So to highlight the importance of not shutting a dog in the car, I'm going to shut myself in the car. So why is the dog in the car, I hear you ask? Someone was crying outside the car door because they wondered what I was up to and they wanted to be involved. You can only stay in here for a minute, okay? I'm making a video about how bad it is to leave dogs in cars. What is this in your hair? Imagine what this little guy would feel like after an extended period of time in this fluffy coat. So there's something about supermarkets. I don't know what it is that makes people want to bring their dog. I don't know why they don't just leave them at home in the cool, indoors. I don't know, but people seem to want to bring their dogs. Obviously, I'm in a t-shirt and dogs have a thick fur coat on, especially Benji. His hair is ridiculously thick and long, and obviously he'll get hot a lot quicker than I will. So I'm going to put him outside while I do this. I don't want to put him through this, but the things we do in the name of science. Today isn't the hottest day. It's about 24 degrees out, which is I think about 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to shut myself in the car and see how long I can go without giving up or passing out. So the aircon has gone off, windows going up. So I'm going to leave the windows cracked open a couple of inches, which tends to be what happens when people leave their dogs in the car. They tend to only leave the windows open that much and they think that that's enough air circulation to keep a dog cool. We're going to give this a go. So I've borrowed Sheldon's thermometer here, which shows me the inside and outside temperature. It's really dusty. Can you see that? Look at all that coming out. It's really dusty because it's been in her enclosure. It's sort of got mixed up with all her substrate. So I'm going to put this bit outside to see what temperature it is out there and see what temperature it gets up to here. So 5 minutes, it's already gone up 4 degrees. You can just imagine what it'd be doing on a really hot day. Really, there's no air circulation coming through. Even if I put my hand up here, you can only feel a slight breeze. It's not really circulating through and it's already getting really, really stuffy. I should have brought a book. What can I find to read in the car? I'm going to read this Domino's voucher. They're out of date by 4 months. So I've been in here for about 15 minutes and the sun is sort of going in and out, so I don't know what's going on. The temperature outside keeps fluctuating as well. So outside the temperature's 22.8, so nearly 23 degrees. And inside here it's now 30.4 and it is warm. Matt's just come back from work. He's going to think I'm mad. Hello! It's really hot in here though. Bring me water! Seriously, I try and film a video on a hot day to talk about hot cars and hot dogs and it rains. This is typical British weather returned. It's getting really hot in here. It is now up to 33.6 degrees and it's gone up to 24 degrees outside. The sun's come back out. This isn't probably the best day to test it because the sun is in and out. So obviously when the sun hits the car, it's going to heat up quicker, but then it's a real life scenario. So 33.6 degrees and I feel like I might die. It is really hot. It feels a lot hotter because you're stuck in here. It's essentially like being in a greenhouse with all the glass, and there's no real air circulation, and it is so hot. So you can probably see from my face that I'm already getting red and just slightly sweaty and disgusting, so that's always nice. So, oh, we're up to 33.8. That's how quickly the temperature is rising. I don't know if that works for humans, but I'm willing to try anything. So I've probably been in here for coming up to half an hour, and it is really hot. It's nearly 35 degrees in here. It's gone up to 24 and a bit outside, and I feel like I might die. So I thought, instead of opening the door like a regular human, I would distract myself by telling you about heat stroke in dogs and what you can do if you see a dog trapped in a hot car. So on the RSPCA website, it's got loads of helpful tips and information, which I'm going to give you guys now. So it does say that even on a cool day like today, they said if it's as little as 22 degrees, it can reach up to 47 degrees. This is Celsius within an hour. 47 degrees, as you imagine, would be absolutely unbearable. It is not even 35 yet now, and I am really struggling. So 47, I can't even imagine what that would be like, especially, like I said, when you're wearing a furry coat. So if you see a dog with signs of heat stroke, you can call 999. The signs of heat stroke are drooling excessively, panting really heavily, if the dog is drowsy, lethargic or uncoordinated, and of course if they're collapsed or they're vomiting. So a lot of people's instinct is to break a window to release the dog. Obviously, if you're going to do that, it could be considered criminal damage, so you will need to justify why you did it, potentially in court. So always make sure that you take photos, take witness names and information. So take their name, their number, maybe their address, to get a statement for them potentially in the future. But the best thing to do is call 999 and tell them what you're planning on doing, why you're planning on doing it, and basically to give your justification, and they'll talk you through it and hopefully give you advice on what you can do. So if you happen to come across a dog with heat stroke and you need to administer some first aid, then move them to a cool or shaded spot. Call a vet immediately and they'll talk you through it as well. You can douse them with cool water, not cold water, because you don't want them to go into shock, but cool water. If you've got some towels available, then wet them with cool water again. And basically continue doing this until the breathing returns to normal, and not so much that they start shivering. You don't want them to go into shock. So also encourage them to drink small amounts of cool water, and obviously get them to a vet as soon as physically possible. So if the dog is not displaying signs of heat stroke, then the RSPCA recommends that you establish how long they've been in that car. So if there's like a pay and display ticket in the front of the window, you can get a rough idea of how long they've been there. Obviously take down a registration. Someone can stay with the dog, and if there's more than one of you, someone else can go in and maybe get a store colleague, if it's at a supermarket, to make an announcement over the tannoy to try and get hold of the owners. And then you can also get someone to ring the RSPCA. They do have a 24-hour cruelty line, or obviously the police if it's a situation where you think the dog is in major danger. So it has reached 34.4 degrees in here, and I'm gonna have to get out of this car because I am absolutely sweltering. I don't know if you can see from my face, and my phone screen's also gone dark, so I think the heat is like messing with my phone as well. I am filming this on my phone, but I am so hot and sticky. I was meant to be going out later but now I need a shower. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me torturing myself for your viewing entertainment. So I hope that this gave you some helpful tips of what you can do if you see a dog trapped in a hot car, what not to do, and I'm getting out of this car now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!